Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Phydeaux, your only source for a bad doggo lie down. I don't know why I say that for the live stream, but what the hell.
Might as well. It's now becoming catchphrase.
So I'm keeping the camera back far again.
Yeah, I think.
Because we think it provides a more casual look. You get to see the more of the cartoonist's wonderful arms.
Ooh.
Yes. What is this? Live stream 48, 49?
Is this 50?
No, I think it's 49.
I think we're going to be perpetually 49. I think you never want to go to 50. You're
You know, I actually have to look it up.
Alright.
Let's see. This is not whatsoever a waste of the audience's time.
No, of course it isn't.
Yeah, I did 48 last week, right?
I guess so. I keep feeling like it should be 50 something by now.
Yeah, 48 was the bucket. That's 49.
Oh my goodness.
So let's do what we traditionally do and write the number. Yep, lost it. And are we? No, we're not.
Hey,
What?
you want scissors?
Why do I want scissors?
I don't know, but what should I do with them? Keep them or throw them away? Please for throwing them away.
Why would you throw them away?
Because they're not good scissors.
Okay, throw them away. That will teach them not to be good scissors. I've never thrown scissors away in my life.
I know. Well,
I don't know what happens to bad scissors. There must be like a planet of misfit scissors where they all live.
That's it. Woo! I got foam all over me. That's what she said.
I think she's talking about the coffee. We have a coffee maker that makes foam.
What do you mean you think? What else would it be?
No idea. Hey, while I'm thinking of it, has anyone seen the new quarters?
Oh.
This is a series 2022 quarter. Okay, everyone remembers what an old quarter looks like. There's George looking to the left. Here's the new one. He's got a ponytail halfway down his ass.
Nope.
Doesn't look at all like George. I have no idea who this guy is. It looks like George has gained like 50 pounds.
And he looks a little bit like more Native American.
And then on the other side, this is Amy Mae Wong, and I had no idea who the hell.
No, Amy.
I had no idea who the hell it was, so we had to look it up. Apparently, she's a silent film star, a Chinese silent film star, which makes all the sense in the world to put on the back of an American quarter.
Well, she's a Chinese American.
Yeah, I'm sure. And look, it's thinner. How is this going to work in the machines?
Yeah, I know. You showed me that. That's oh yeah, I didn't even think of them.
I guess it must work in the machines, but yeah.
That is actually. You know what?
They're really monkeying with our money.
You know what?
Okay.
The machines probably won't even take any money anymore.
Oh, probably, yeah.
You probably have to have a card for the machine.
I only use quarters for parking meters.
I know.
All right.
But do those even take quarters anymore, or do those take credit cards?
I don't know. So we saw the movie Renfield, and I have to say, it's the only film Awkwafina has been in where I didn't instantly hate her.
I almost wish I didn't tell you it was Awkwafina until the end of it.
I would not have known it was
I know.
the woman who names herself after the bottle of water.
Yes, except for a very odd spelling to it. There's a very strange spelling to her name.
Okay, we'll probably get back to that later on. Let's let's get to the comic strip. So this is Friday, the 23rd. Let's get the Phydeaux fans up here. I promised these two ladies I'd put them in the comic strip, and I put them in at the same time. We have Grace, also known as a few other names, Alice, I think, and we have Mia.
I'm sorry, why does Grace have pseudonyms.
Grace has many names. Yeah,
She does, huh?
So there's Grace right there on the left, and there's Mia right there on the right. We've got them in amongst the Phydeaux fans that old characters I've already created. So I can actually put these away, and we'll never see them again because that's that.
You should leave me a picture.
And the joke is Dino saying, "I want to be Dog's best friend."
Aww.
As all the women are hanging around Phydeaux, and the poor boys are here by themselves in an empty room. So that one's just needs to be erased, and it can probably go to the chief colorist. I don't know what the hell. I used to start these things out with erasing.
Erasing is the funnest job, isn't it? That's your most bestest job.
Well, actually, all the really crappy jobs I've given to you, like coloring and all that. But you do have the erasing job. I'm just doing the rough, big erasers, get all the guidelines out.
Erasing sucks.
Yeah. Yes.
There's no good way of erasing.
And let's give that to the chief colorist. There she is, right there.
Yeah.
Look, she's almost within reach. I can throw things at her.
You know how much I must love you, right? You want to know how much I love you?
What do you got?
I'm further away from my coffee and closer to you.
Oh, well, why don't you bring your...
I did, actually.
Oh, okay.
I eventually moved it.
All right.
But when I first moved over here, I'm like, I'm away from my coffee.
Yeah, no reason to leave you from your coffee. All right, this is Saturday, the 24th. I came up with this joke actually talking to someone online. She was asking me how she thought, so how I thought the economy was, and I said, well, there are help wanted signs up all over the place, and yet the service sucks. So obviously they're hiring everybody, which she laughed. So the hiring everybody was the genesis of this joke. Bo walks into a store with a help wanted sign. You're hired. When can you start? I'm not. Okay, I'll pay you double the minimum wage. You don't understand. You drive a hard bargain. Okay, health insurance and a signing bonus. He's got the register open there. No, I'm just buying the sign. No. Probably shouldn't be erasing this one yet because there's still lines to do. I got to do a couple lines before I give this to the chief colorist. So let's just put this aside. We'll finish this off, give it to the chief colorist. I'll do the top of that balloon. And look, we have our first smudge right there.
Oh my gosh, what are we, 2 minutes in?
Oh, it's an old smudge.
Oh, okay.
All right, this
That
is
doesn't count.
this is Monday, starting a new week, the 26th. So we have Bo, Felicia, Phydeaux. Phydeaux, look at this mess you made. Bad dog. Oop,
Oops.
alarm.
You know what? I think it might be 9 o'clock.
Yeah, don't tell the audience that. This is a live
9
stream.
a.m.
This is no.
That's even worse.
This is a live stream. This is going out live on Sunday afternoon. You understand?
Oh, so it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I get my time mixed up. I was so smart as a kid, my family forgot to teach me how to tell time.
Time did not exist for you.
I was not bound by the constraints of time.
All right, let's start again. Phydeaux, look at this mess you made. Bad dog. What? Bad? Oh no, I'm bad. What will I ever do with this mark on my record? I just hope I can go on with my life and put this horrible thing behind me. Did that work? I don't think so. He's getting a rolled up newspaper.
Oh.
And for those people at home, a rolled up newspaper. Newspaper is something they used to print news in. And they also used to print comic strips like this. And what you would do is you would roll it up like this and beat dogs with it.
Yes, there used to be a physical thing that you could look at and read. It was mind-boggling.
In
You could
fact-
switch pages.
Well, the reason why these are long and thin is because you'd want to put this on a 4-column newspaper and just sit it in the corner. And then they shrunk them to 2 columns and eventually into 1 column. So, like, comic strips these days are about that big. So you have to use something like a brush to make really thick lines so that when it shrinks down, it's still readable. All right, here's Tuesday, and I think this is just needs erasing actually. Let me just run a eraser over it quickly, and I'll read it to you guys. Actually, I still need to do. Sometimes with the pencil, even when I erase it, it makes a dirty, filthy mess.
It does.
Well, what you forget is that there actually still are pencil lines underneath the ink. And those sometimes get smeared themselves, but they're erasable. Yeah. Alright, let's get all the mess out of the way. Felicia says, what we need is a special day to honor me. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking for much. Just one day when you appreciate all that I am. But Felicia, we do that every day. Oh, right. Well, I'll carry on. And Phydeaux is cracking up here. You have to let's pull in the camera. Otto, the cameraman, pull in a little closer. There we go. We have to really be sure to get the Phydeaux's cracking up here expression. She doesn't know, does she? No. She does not know that every day we honor dogs. Every dog has his every day. Every dog has his day, but every dog has every day. Kind of like the Phydeaux crack up expression. All right, let's put that aside for now. And this one we'll have to do the finished penciling on. Probably start with this right now. Phydeaux, I lost my wallet again. If you can find it, I'll give you a reward. You know, he stole it again. You're just paying him to give it back. Yeah, but at least I'm getting it back. And Phydeaux returns with the wallet. Where's my reward? I have to go to the ATM machine. Want me to find your bank card? Yes, I know ATM is automatic teller machine, so now you're saying automatic teller machine, but sorry. Popular colloquial wording, and especially with Bo, is he'll say ATM machine. Mm-hmm. Coffee. All right.
Oh God, coffee is awesome.
You know, I think I need a little bit of sweetener in my coffee.
What do you want, stevia, sir?
Yeah, would you get me just one envelope?
Yep.
Thank you. And this is Thursday. We're going to have a controversial conversation when I get to this, to the penciling. Because, well, Jane is rather scantily clad. And good thing you really can't see it on the camera this far away. But I'll pull up closer when we start doing it. Maybe even move the camera and we'll talk about what we're doing here. Whether she's going to be wearing these granny panties or a thong. Okay. Romantic evening. Your eyes are beautiful. Shall I compare them to precious jewels? And Phydeaux pops out from under the table. No, compare them to potato chips. Potato chips? I like potato chips. Well, I do too, but that isn't romantic. I changed the wording here. I'm not going to even finish the joke before I tell you what anyway, she takes off. I hope she gets more chips. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about the joke now. Originally he said, I do too, but isn't that insulting? And I didn't like the word. I wanted to put the word romantic in there. I do too, but is that romantic? So I figured I'd just white out the NT before I use it. Yeah, I get it. So, and actually now I look at it, it leaves a lot of white space. It's not pleasant to the eye. So this is a screw up from the start. I do too, but is that romantic? Yeah. Okay, this is a problem from the start. I'm gonna put this aside and think about it later. maybe we won't even run it. I don't know.
Yeah, honey.
Oh, thank you. I thought the frothy milk itself would. Well, what does a cartoonist stir his coffee with? I thought the frothy milk itself would sweeten it.
Are you good, or do you want me to get something?
No, I'm using a paintbrush.
Oh.
You ever ask what does a cartoonist stir his coffee with?
Paintbrush.
You have photographic evidence. Oh, much better. Oh, it adds that paintbrushy taste to the coffee that everyone wants.
What does ink taste like, honey?
Well, since it's basically water with
Yeah.
some paint, with some cold and a binder.
And then you've got the little added spice of the Himalayan
Tree squirrel, the Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair. Yes.
exactly.
All right. Now, as I should remind everybody, cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the earth. Therefore, I must wear a glove before touching this paper, as I'll only make a mess when I put my hand down. Okay. Now,
Someday you should do a little walk around with that camera and just prove to them how to.
actually, yeah, gotta get a comfortable angle here. The camera is literally right there. There's my shoulder. The camera is touching my shoulder.
Should we tell everybody that when we started discussing Clerks last week, Clerks 3, it led us down a rabbit hole of watching like 5 bad movies. Well, actually, no, not bad movies, but 5 movies like in a row. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, go watch this.
Yes,
Oh.
I actually have to apologize to Clerks 3 because I did make the statement that, oh, they're not going to pay, what's her name, her paycheck. That's why she's not in the film.
Oh my God, what's her name? Is it Michelle Rodriguez? No.
I don't know. It's not Rodriguez.
No,
But
it's
anyway,
not Michelle Rodriguez.
anyway, the unfortunate actress who got to play Dante's
Rosario
wife,
Dawson.
Rosario Dawson, actually was in the film, but her character had been murdered, or her character is dead.
Which is so funny for a comedy.
Yeah, a lot of death in that comedy.
And not only did she die, right, but she died, and the baby died too.
That Kevin Smith, he's such a
He knows
card.
comedy
Yeah,
so well.
he's a card. I can say. Yeah, it was a depressing film, Clerks 3, and Dante still can't act. But that's good because they killed the character off. He couldn't even act dead.
But it was like heart attacks for everyone.
You get a heart attack, and you get a heart. Yeah, used to be a big fan of the whole View Askew universe and Kevin Smith. I loved Dogma, and I thought he was gonna.
Chasing Amy, Mallrats.
Yeah, Chasing
all
Amy
those.
was okay.
I
Mallrats.
like Chasing Amy.
I
That was more
I
of
like
his
Jay and
girls'
Silent Bob Strike Back and that stuff.
Yeah. Well, but Chasing Amy was more of his girls' flick.
I
And
get.
then he did Jersey Girl, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good too.
but he brought together the magical team of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And if we ever do a Phydeaux Christmas special, I want Ben Affleck and Matt Damon to do the voices of Dino and Bo. Obviously,
There
yeah. Obviously, Affleck is Bo, and Matt Damon will be Dino. Have them do their best Boston accents because everyone knows Dino and Bo have to have like really thick Boston accents.
Well, of course they do.
Yeah.
Unlike us, because we have,
So
Midwestern accent.
Clerks 3, I'd give it 4 out of 10.
Oh, really? That bad? I would give it
6.
maybe. Although, you know what, though?
It wasn't drop dead funny.
It wasn't, well, and then they did something weird with the kid that they brought back from Clerks 2.
Oh yeah, they turned him into a Satanist.
Well, but not only that, but like they turned him into like, I don't know, almost like a parody of himself. Like, he was already sort of odd, but they made him, like, they turned the oddness up to, like, 11
Yeah.
with him, which was fine, except it was from nowhere. And I think it did not age well, because I think he was probably 19 or so, and now he's, like, late 20s, and
He looks like he's in his
looks like he's
30s.
40s,
Yeah,
yeah.
40s. Yeah.
it's very, very, his face really aged.
So-
But anyway.
As I stated last week, I did not want to watch the film. It was the chief colorist who forced it on me.
Well, I didn't really necessarily care if I watched it either, but I was going through all the list of, going through the movies, and I don't know, I just said, well, what the hell, put on Clerks. It's kind of like one of those, you know.
It's a film that Clerks used to mean something to us.
Right, and not only that though, but it's sort of like, you know, when somebody goes, dun, 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 you have to say, dun, dun. So it's like, if there's 3 Clerks movies, you can't go dun, 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 and then just
You
stop.
can't do shave and haircut. You have to do 2 bits. Okay.
So, you know, you have to watch the 3rd one just to finish.
Right.
But I was so, like, I mean, Clerks is weird, okay? And Clerks does have sort of a, I don't want to say depressing, because it's a different feel than depressing.
Well, they finally got to kill off Dante.
They did finally get to kill off.
He meant to kill the character off in the first film. He gets robbed in a convenience store,
Oh.
shot in a convenience store robbery.
Yeah, there is an alternative ending, isn't there? That's actually was filmed. wasn't
Yeah,
there?
right.
'Cause
But
I feel like I've seen
But they
that
said,
a couple times.
what if there's a sequel? You can't kill off the main character, and there'll never be a sequel to this piece of crap. And, well, there were many. In fact, the whole universe built around it.
But,
The one of the first extended universes.
that's right. Whatever happened to Book Heaven's
Hollywood screwed him up,
I
and the guy just wants to smoke pot and be a Hollywood douchebag.
No, he said he's given up pot.
I always given up pot.
He's
Yes,
given up pot.
but
He never ever
the
did
damage
pot.
has been done, I guess.
He never did pot. Then all of a sudden, what did somebody say? He looked at
Kevin Muse and said,
Jason Mewes and
Jason
said,
Mewes,
"Oh,
yeah.
that looks fun." After 30 years of trying to get Jason Mewes to stop.
clean, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get him in and out of rehab. So all of a sudden he's like, maybe I should just give it a try. Boom, boom. But then we did move on from Clerks to Renfield.
Yes.
I can say both of us enjoyed.
Yes, what can I say? If you did not tell me that was Awkwafina, I would not have known that was
I know.
Awkwafina.
I know.
She did not destroy the film,
Nope. And
as is her wont to do.
and Nicolas Cage was perfectly Nicolas Cage. He wasn't too much. He wasn't too little. It was actually kind of a good film.
Yeah.
I would tell people. I don't even want to talk that much about it because I tell people to watch it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but what?
well, we had the conversation about how does Awkwafina have a career,
Oh,
and
oh no.
well, she was recently in the Little Mermaid film,
Yes.
and the joke was when Awkwafina's segment came up, the film was so long, Awkwafina's segment gave the audience a chance to go to the bathroom. But
But doesn't she play one of the?
yeah, she plays the seagull character, whatever his
Oh
name
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. I can't think of
Scuttle is the name.
Scuttle or
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, oh yes, because it leads to that horrible,
Yes,
horrible song.
let's see. Between Sebastian and Scuttle, I guess this is a duet. So Scuttle says, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up." Sebastian says, "What?" Scuttle says, "Have you not heard the scuttlebutt?" "Your butt?" "No, the gossip, the buzz. The who said what does that." "Yeah, the scuttlebutt." "Well, I was flying over land and sea and air to the ground. Then I came flying here to see you. And hear what I found. Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp, when I was like womp chicka womp womp chicka womp womp. I remember.
Was that one womp or two womp? No.
That's many womps.
Many womps. Okay.
Okay, I guess this is like art, and you really can't read it.
Well, I don't think you're doing it justice because I think it's supposed to be more like what, what. That was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, I printed this out. I'm sure that this is going to really light up the Emmy Awards this year with greatest rap. But yeah. Gee, I wonder why The Little Mermaid wasn't a big success. Thank you.
I really think they just
Awkwafina.
much like Star Wars, they just stepped on toes. They made a poor movie, but they also screwed with the character that people love.
Perhaps. That's actually not a. That's actually an insightful idea. Are you saying that Disney doesn't know what they're doing?
I'm saying Disney is very dumb. I'm outright saying it.
So, actually, while I'm thinking of it, I need a correction. I need to make a correction again from last week. I do so many things wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah. Remember I said about the Indiana Jones posters?
Yes.
They are all illustrated and such.
Mm-hmm.
I falsely represented. Actually, is that it? Yeah, Indiana Jones 5. I falsely represented that as the poster for Indiana Jones 5. See, it's a photograph rather than an illustration, as they classically were. But apparently, they have a bunch of. They have 6 or 7 posters, and you'll forgive this. My printer has run out of ink, but well, the first one was just Indiana Jones looking. What?
We were supposed to get it today.
Yeah, we'll probably have ink. Who cares? Indiana Jones looking down. So we had that poster, and this is the classic one with a whip, an old man with a whip trying. It's also an illustration. So see, they did do illustrations, and then this would be the best. But again, it probably looks better here than it did originally because my printer screwed up the ink. But we don't need that. It's actually the colors. Let's go back to what we had here. We have Indiana Jones front and center, whole character. There's the female lead, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Everyone else on the side, and even the villains in it. But there's the Dial of Destiny right behind Indiana's head. So more of a classic Indiana Jones poster. So she, Miss Kennedy, did indeed do the proper Indiana Jones illustrative poster. I still don't like it. A legend will face his destiny is what she put in on the poster, and we haven't seen that since Temple of Doom, where if adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. So I'm guessing she was thinking Indiana Jones Temple of Doom when she did it, the worst of the films. Good going, Miss Kennedy. Oh, also, as I said, there are 7 or 8 different posters. They did one. There's Harrison Ford. There's the villain. And they did one for there's Phoebe Waller-Bridge. There's some unnamed black guy with an afro, I don't know, and 2 other characters. So they did a poster for each of the main characters. Another one. And as a slightly, well, again, my printer did a horrible job, but I kind of like the psychedelic look, so I'm keeping it. I'm saying that's what the poster looks like, even though it's not what it was intended to look like. All right. But that aside, it does not look like Indiana Jones is going to be. Well, it's going to pay back its budget.
Which seems to be a trend.
Seems to be a trend with Disney films.
Mm-hmm. Have there been any that have made their budget?
Well, let's see. We started the year with Death on the Nile. That was on February 22nd.
I didn't even know that one.
Yeah, I know. It had a $90 million budget, and it made $130 million.
Was that animated?
No, Death on the Nile. It was a Agatha Christie thing, a live action.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think that has Johnny Depp in it. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I should look it up because I think that does. But anyway.
And then famously, Strange World, which lost 100 million.
Yep.
Then Turning Red, which lost 168 million.
Yep.
Then the Bob's Burger movie.
Is Bob's Burger even still a thing?
I did not even know this movie came out. I had to look it up. So anyway, it was a $38 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
It made 35 million, so it lost 3 million.
Lost it, yeah. Not to mention that doesn't include. advertising.
I don't think they advertise
I
this
was
though.
gonna say that, yeah. They probably spent $1.98 on the advertising. I didn't even know Bob's Burger was still a thing. I didn't think that caught on.
So, Death on the Nile, Strange World, Turning Red, Bob's Burgers. Then there's Lightyear, which made 226 on a $200 million budget. So it made 26 million. That doesn't include advertising. It's still considered a loss. 6, Pinocchio. 7, Cheaper by the Dozen with Martin Short. I don't even know this film came out. 8, Ice Age, Adventure of Rockwild. Also lost money. Thor, Love and Thunder. It made 760 million.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Well, they wanted $1 billion. It didn't. Yeah. Taika Waititi dropped the ball. Then Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness made 411 million. It's probably considered just barely making its money back. Black Panther 438 million. Still kind of disappointing. And now we have The Little Mermaid, and we know that's not doing well. Indiana Jones, and then coming up is Elementals, which doesn't look good.
No. And I'm trying to figure out, because, they all seem to have, like, little themes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like they're they're saying that fire and water don't mix. Which, yes, I understand what they mean by that. However, it's a little weird to say that the elements don't mix, because the elements make up the world. Like fire, earth, wind, all that crap. I don't know.
I know very little about it. What I have heard is people saying it's kind of nonsense. It doesn't really.
Well, that's what it means.
Its own internal logic is not followed through in the film.
Well,
It's something that they should have been picked up early on in its creation, but.
Well, I think they don't think that. I mean, I think they don't realize that it's not.
Well, they think, oh, we're going to make a Pixar film. Of course, everyone's going to love it. Just like Kathleen Kennedy said, oh, I'm going to make an Indiana Jones film.
Everybody will love it.
All Indiana Jones fans will love it. No, Indiana Jones fans want a good action film. They're not just like Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans. We want good films. We won't just go to it because it's a part of the franchise.
Well,
It's a
they haven't
disconnect.
gotten their heads yet. They don't understand that at all, apparently.
Disney has to stop making films. They simply don't have any creatives.
Doesn't it sound like they're doing some sort of a massive sell-off too? Is that what we were listening to, or?
Well, the rumor last week was that George was going to buy it back, and
No, that I don't believe. But
yeah.
why would he?
Lucasfilm is like if you had a really nice car and you parked it wrong, you hit the curb with it, you got scratches all over it. You took a knife to the leather seats and you ripped them open, and then you shat inside those rips, and then
Jeez, honey.
and you drove it without oil and never washed it, and then finally you got it so where it sounds like it's a diesel because the engine's just about to seize, and then you want to sell it back to the person you bought it from. Yeah.
And you want to make a profit.
So George is 80 years old. He's not going to buy that back. Now the rumor is there's some sort of Saudi oil billionaire who just wants to save it from Disney.
Wasn't there a South Park episode?
I don't know.
Remember they had the
I think it's wishful.
Asian?
It's wishful thinking on the part of Disney. They want someone to bail them out.
because we all want to bail out Disney. 'Cause,
It's our favorite dumpster fire.
yeah.
Maybe they'll eventually clean up the parks, empty the garbage, put on a new coat of paint. Fire everyone at Lucasfilm.
They have supposedly been firing quite a bunch of people, quite a few people.
What was I thinking here? It looks like there's something in Dino's hand.
Which one is it?
Oh, no, you haven't seen this yet.
Oh.
I don't know.
I know, but the concept I probably heard.
No, it's the one where he's getting his wallet back from Phydeaux.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Okay, honey, you don't have to feel it. You just have to feel me. I mean, you just have to.
So, Alan Ing from Film Threat, he has the pull quote for the Indiana Jones film.
Ah, what is it?
Better than She-Hulk. They should put that on the poster. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's better than She-Hulk.
Well, it would kind of have to be, wouldn't it? But She-Hulk is coming back, isn't it, for another season? I would think.
No.
I don't know.
No way in hell they're going to bring that back for another season.
Why wouldn't they, though? They think it's good.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Do you have something else you can work on?
I don't know, actually. Let me think of it. I was thinking I'd pull out the brush and do some inking. But these are all done. I gave you that one. Yeah, no, all we got to do is finish penciling. All right, let me sharpen the pencil and get my mind on it. Just, I don't know, it's one of those strange cartoonist things. You gotta feel it or you don't feel it.
Well, you can't schedule or predict creativity and, you know, all that kind of thing. By its nature, it's not.
So the Russian soldier who got drunk and beat the officer to death who tried to dress him down, he got 15 years for, murder.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know the uniform code of military justice here in America, but I would think that, you get 25 years for murdering the office, for murdering another
You're
soldier.
never seeing the light of day.
And or maybe even the death penalty.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're ever seeing the light
But
of day.
I guess in Russia, they don't have the death penalty.
Because they
Well,
would be opting for it because they don't want to live.
actually, they don't have the death penalty unless you retreat on the battlefield against orders. Then they'll shoot you in the head.
But that's actually not the death penalty. That's just battle strategy. So, are those the only movies we watched? Because I remember we said we were going to talk about what we watched.
Let's see. Clerks 3, Renfield. Spider-Man Far From Home was
that's
very
right, we
long.
watched Spider-Man Far From Home. I almost forgot that one. Which everybody loves it, but it was okay. There were some really funny parts. But
I 5 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10.
no, I would give it a 7. Maybe even like a 7.5. It was kind of funny. I liked seeing the other two come back.
I can't stand their casting. The Mary Jane character
but it
is
wasn't-
horrible, and I thought I didn't mind the guy who plays Ned, but now they're giving him like magic powers.
Yeah,
Enough.
It's not on the character though. It is on the character, but it's not on the actor. That's on the script, on the story.
I see a bomb in the future with this franchise, and if anyone can do it, Amy Pasquale from Sony Films can be our Kathleen Kennedy.
It was kind of funny though when he was doing the magic thing and he was like, "Show me Peter Parker, show me Peter Parker." It's like, "Oh, not that one. Show me Peter Parker." Getting different Peter Parkers. But yeah, I told you we went on a. So how many movies is that? 3?
Yeah, we tried to watch The Englishman, which is a Englishman, whatever. but our streaming service cut out on us, and we just never returned to it.
We felt like it was a sign. You know, when
We
you're streaming
may or may
service-
not return to it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Someone online recommended it to us, and it was great.
We watched.
It may be, but our streaming service doesn't want to show it to us, so I'll accept that.
It's a sign. It's been the choice has been taken away from us.
Yes. And let me see. Yeah, I think. Well, that's what talk since I'm thinking about it. The Flash movie looks like it has some great CGI. Now, yes, I'll admit that my printer was running out of ink at this point, but I think we can add a little bit more definition to Supergirl's face here. Let's help them out here.
Like a nose.
Yeah.
She's getting into the Voldemort territory.
The director had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, the balls to say that the special effects were poor on purpose. It wanted to show the world from the twisted, not quite real point of view of the Flash's position in the multiverse.
Oh, he pulled that one out of his ass, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of almost a clever save.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't save it, but it was almost a clever save.
They are remaking Bambi. This is Sarah Polley with her Oscar for screenplay of a film called Women Talking. I didn't see it, but apparently it's a film about some sort of Mennonite religious group isolated in South America, and all the women were being molested repeatedly by men.
Yeah.
She's a ultra feminist, quotation marks, writer, meaning that she's just a misandrist. And she's
Tell us what you really think.
she's the
Tell us.
brilliant choice to do a Bambi remake, showing us that Disney has not learned their lesson. I don't know how the Bambi remake is going to do, but I've got a pretty good idea. It hasn't even been made yet.
Well, Bambi's going to be a girl, first off. And the mom is probably going to survive the bullet.
I printed this out really small because it doesn't really matter, but this is the Thunderbolts. I'm getting the douchey feel that I got when I
Ooh,
saw
hate
the
that word.
yes, when I saw the what was that other film? The other film superhero team up group that Marvel did. I've already forgotten the name.
Well, I say electrons, but that's not it.
Yeah,
It begins with an E.
the
The Elementals?
element, yeah, whatever.
Elementals, the new movie.
Yeah.
The
But I had to look this up.
Externals.
The
Externals?
the Eternals. The
Eternals,
Eternals. Yes,
Eternals.
yes. I'm getting the Eternals. Douchey,
Externals.
Yeah.
The externals, they're outside.
douchey feel here. I had to look up the Thunderbolt Ross, the character in the Hulk, was the general, the father of Betty Ross, the Hulk's girlfriend, and in the comic book he becomes the Red Hulk by trying to duplicate the Hulk's formula, and apparently he's in this. But we have
No, wait a second.
What?
Who plays him?
Harrison Ford is going to play him now. Yeah.
Well, one, Harrison Ford's too old, and two,
Well, it's all CGI. He's got,
Oh.
yeah. It's basically an animated rule now. So, front and center we have Girl Boss, and then we have. I thought this was Fat Thor, but no, it's another character. And he's got his hand up, so I guess he's showing he has personality. Then we have Handsome Man, and then we have, I guess, Captain America ripoff. And then we have a guy in a mask with a hood, and over here we have another person with, I think it's a woman this time, because it looks like she has titties, with a mask and a hood. So it's two, mask and hood 1 and mask and hood 2. And then we have this one over here whom they seem to have forgotten to give a costume to.
What about me, guys? Can I have a costume?
So yeah, getting those eternal feelings. What can I say?
And that movie did so well.
And anyway, we're going through paperwork here. This is something that the chief colorist found out. She was going through the Hall of Presidents at Disney.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Let me get out a ruler here.
Visually, that just threw me off.
All right.
I had to go to Wikipedia because we were talking about the Hall of Presidents, and we were trying to figure out who was already there when we went. Because I think you threw out a name, and I said,
Yeah.
no, we didn't even know each other.
So anyway, we have Bill Clinton here, and it looks like they've given him 6.5 inches of lines. All right, 6.5. Fine. Then we have the Bush administration. That would be George W., the first one. Well, he's got 3/4 of an inch. All right.
And the last sentence is
0.75.
about Clinton, isn't it?
Yes, in fact,
Yep.
Clinton is mentioned. They can't even get through 3/4 of an inch of text without. So now we have the Obama administration. So let's put this together. And we'll say the Obama administration has 4 inches. Fine. And now the Trump administration. Let's see. 1 inch. Okay, we'll give it 1 inch. Anyway, she went further back, and it showed that they
Come on.
they seem to have a focus, a focus, we'll say, on Democratic presidents.
It was hysterical because I went to the screen and I was like, oh, okay, and I didn't go past, like, at the bottom of the screen I couldn't see the George Bush era. I could only see Clinton. I was looking at it, reading it through, whatever. And it, like you said, it's this like 6-inch long paragraph. I'm like, all right. Then I moved the page up, and it's like 2 sentences for George Bush. And the last sentence, like I said, was about Clinton. Then I'm laughing at that because that just struck me. And then I go to Obama. Okay, there's like 4 inches of Obama. There's another like 3 sentences for Trump. And Biden has more, and he hasn't even finished yet. He has more than Trump. It's like, what in the hell?
Here's the thing: I can't think of what Biden has done in his administration that they could fill that much space with. At least you could say Trump did this and that and this and that, and or Bush, or Bush brought us. Bush had 2. Bush had 2 administrations, including 9/11.
Yeah, freaking 9/11. You could have written anything about 9/11.
Good or bad, nothing.
I know. Granted, it wasn't necessarily like supposed to be a synopsis.
Here's a question: What do they say about Clinton? Do they mention anything about
About who? Clinton?
Well, with Clinton, yeah.
No, they don't mention anything negative, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, no, it's all basically just about the show.
Yeah, which is actually, I mean, so it's not necessarily about their administration, but just the mere fact that they can, like, you know.
I guess a lot of stuff happened during the Clinton administration. Nothing happened during the Bush. A little bit happened to
I would think of all of them, Trump, they would have some sort of a diatribe about, you know, all of it. And then the building was cursed because he came in, you know, like something like that they had, but, you know, I wouldn't put it.
Or we had so much trouble getting the skin color correct or something. Anything.
Exactly.
No, nothing.
We had to find a special
Orange paint. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Now I'm just envisioning some guy like sitting down with swatches. Well, no, this one's not orange enough. Oh, this one's close, but
Well, it's just the reverence they used to have for American presidents obviously is not there.
No.
No. Yeah.
Not even really for the Democrats either, but if it is, it's still for the Democrats.
I mean, if you could do what they did to George Washington on the quarter, I guess you can do anything.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd like to know why he's facing in the wrong direction to begin with. There's got to be some reason. And look at the size of that ponytail going down his that backside. Jeez. And his neck is thicker.
Honey, did you get that coin from like a magical person on the street?
No, because I've got another one today. I had to confirm it. I actually have 2 quarters now with bad George, with fat-necked George Washington. Actually, was that even on camera? I wasn't even looking at the camera. Yeah, no, it wasn't on camera. But look at the size. Well. Okay, Irving, camera 1. Could you move it in closer so we can see the quarter? No,
Get
Irving.
to work, Irving.
Yeah. Anyway, the problem being George's neck. Let's see if I can darken it in with a pencil. No, of course not. George's neck is much too fat. Huh. So, since I have this out, the Elementals will be releasing soon, and here are the voice actors for the characters. And I printed this photo up because I was shocked that they didn't make these poor actresses wear these uniforms, wear these costumes at the premiere. I could actually see them wearing the costume. But no, they did not force them to wear those costumes.
No. Sorry to be yawning because I mean it's the middle of the day on a Sunday, but.
So since we're doing most of the rest of this close up, let's bring the camera in. For the hell of it. And of course we've got to move this down so that everyone knows where the website is.
What is the website?
It's PhydeauxTheComicStrip.com.
Oh. And is that where you'll find comic strips even as far back as like 2000?
You actually can dig into Phydeaux's past.
Oh my goodness.
Over 17,000 Phydeaux comic strips.
That's amazing.
Mm.
Amazing. And who entered all those? No, I'm just kidding.
I did. So I'm sorry, I did, but you did the website.
Yeah, I was talking about the website. Hey now. I can't find. Oh yeah.
Are you working over there, Chief Colorist?
Yes, I'm trying to color.
Yeah, it's like our heart's not into it tonight.
I know, something's weird.
Yeah.
Well, we did take a power nap. Maybe it was a power sapping nap.
Yeah.
I think I slept for 3 whole hours last night.
Woohoo.
I know. In a row.
Wow.
I don't think I woke up during those 3 hours. But when I did wake up, I was like, oh, that's it. I'm awake. I'm done. My husband went and rescued my mother and gave her back a computer.
Actually, we gave her a new one.
We got her a brand new computer, yep. Brand new laptop.
And she doesn't like it because she can't see the keys.
Although, did you hear her? She said she did move it in such a manner. I think the light was bothering her keys. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'll always take it back if she doesn't want it. give her her old computer back.
That thing's slow.
Yeah, I'm on the road in the rain. I get a call from her. Charles, I want you to go to come get her old computer.
Bring her old one back. Well, you didn't hear her. She was like miserable. You didn't want to upset her. For context, people, she's in a rehab. So she's in essentially a nursing home rehab. So I mean, loves her bloody computer. I can't say I blame her. Now she's got one that she doesn't think she can use. Although, she got herself into it too.
Gee, that's the problem. That's Phydeaux passing him the wallet. See, I'm not even paying friggin' attention to what's going on here.
What did you do?
Oh, I've got Phydeaux passing him the wallet here, and I completely ignored it. So his hands... All I did was draw a line here. I didn't even draw... This is... Well, I'm supposed to do the finish drawing now. Okay, now that shoulder doesn't look right. What?
Okay, so for people who don't know, I have a very weird way of coloring. Like, I'll take out a pencil and I'll color, like, Phydeaux through every comic strip. And then maybe I'll color the walls through every comic strip. So it's not like I sit down at one comic strip, start it, and then finish it. Sometimes I do, but not often. And apparently, I'm really off pace because I just abandoned coloring the furniture, like midway through one of the tables. And now I'm coloring a plant. I don't know, I found that amusing. I think I might just give up and go back and do my other job. For pennies.
Yeah, we're really not into it today. Now the question is, are we going to actually put this out as the live stream tomorrow, or will we actually have to do a real live stream?
I don't know.
Do we have the energy?
I
This is low energy Phydeaux this week.
This is very low energy Phydeaux this week. Which it shouldn't be, except it is kind of a crappy rainy day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy with any of this penciling I'm doing.
I'm okay with the coloring that I'm doing, except I'm really doing it piecemeal. And there's certain things I don't want to do because
I'm blaming Awkwafina.
We watched her last week, Charles.
Well, she ruins everything she touches. Well, maybe if I get into this one, it'll interest me. The idea was Jane's in a, we'll say bathing suit rather than bra and underwear.
Yeah, a bathing suit is a more acceptable form of a bra and underwear.
But the thing is, I wasn't sure if I wanted to give her these granny panties or to bring her down into something more of a thong. But my rules are to stick by the 1950s era American comic strip. And they generally did not have people in their underwear, but they did have people in their bathing suits.
That's what their bathing suits were like.
No, they were regular, period correct.
They weren't thongs.
Well, yeah, some were.
And
If
no.
it helped, if it helped the joke.
Oh, if it helps you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in the strips? I thought you meant
Yeah.
in real life, because I don't remember really any thong type things in real life back then. They were like the almost the boys' underwear type thing.
Yeah.
They were almost like boxer shorts.
So he got him with his eyes at half mast. These are like bedroom eyes.
My dad actually had one of those bathing suits that was the one piece for the guys.
Yeah.
It was this black, and it was his, every time he put it on, it even made him laugh.
Yeah, well, but he was born in like the 1800s, wasn't he?
My father? No. 1923. He's 100. There's a big difference between being born in the... Now, my grandparents were born in the 1800s.
Your grandparents fought the Civil War.
No, they didn't. My yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't know the very surprisingly, since my father was 45 when I was born, my grandparents were gone before I was born. At least on that side, I have my mom's parents. Because my mom is significantly younger than my father. But no. This past April was 100 years since my daddy had been born.
Oh, the expressions are important. Now, I'm not quite sure if I'm married to this, to this underwear. It's more realistic. I guess women generally wear granny panties over thongs,
Over thongs?
well, as opposed to.
Oh, okay, I was going to say. I thought you
But
had
I don't
to
even
get
know
some-
how I'd. I think I might have to reference what a thong actually looks like.
Lord knows your wife's never worn one.
Any female Phydeaux fans out
No,
there, if you want
no.
to show me what a thong looks like, I would appreciate it.
No.
You know where to send the photos.
Like you don't already have pictures of them in thongs.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna thin it out a little bit. It doesn't look right. These big granny panties. So we'll move her leg just deeper into it. And drop the waistline just a little bit. Oh, they're not quite thongs, but at least they're smaller.
Oh, sure. So all you had to do to get interested in drawing was start drawing some shit.
I'm still really not into this
I know.
right now. I don't know. Usually, well, this is the greatest job in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I love cartooning. I'm just not happy with the work I'm doing now. And I notice that whenever I'm not happy with the work, it's best just to stop and come at it with clearer eyes. You'll do a better job.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I was going to take another power nap. Try the scan at 3 in the morning.
Just broke the tip on my pencil.
Oh,
Horrible. Oh, well, the computer went to sleep. Let's see if we're still recording. Yep, we're recording. We're 1 hour, 2 minutes into this mess. Usually I like to go an hour and a half.
all right. This is interesting.
What?
So, I'm taking a survey,
Uh-huh.
and, you know, it's a typical survey, and it's asking me typical questions, like, you know, gender, age, blah, 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 what generation, blah, blah. And then it actually went into more specific questions, like, how much TV do you watch? Do you do the grocery shopping? You know, normal blah 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 questions. So had still been waiting for the theme, and I just got a question saying, please name all the condom brands that you're familiar with. Well, that came from nowhere.
Well, I know for a fact you have not had any experience with condoms for at least the past 16 years.
We've been did almost 20 years. So I don't know, like Dorix. I don't know. I couldn't think of. Oh no.
Trojan.
Trojan.
That's the
All
only
right,
thing I
I'll
can
put in
think.
Trojan. I'll put in Dorix. Now, all right. All right. Okay, lifestyle. That's another one. Now they're telling me you may have mentioned this, but here are others. Do you know any of them? This is a trick question.
Okay.
All right. I've never heard of one of these. I can't even pronounce it. Viac or something, or whatever. When was the last time you bought a condom?
The Clinton administration.
Oh, side note, I was still doing this, but I gotta pause for a second. I had to have told you about the time that my mother and I took my grandmother to the doctor's, and it was a gynecologist.
Yeah.
So we had to fill out the new patient form.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you had your period? the Nixon administration. When was the last time? My mother and I sat there, Charles, no lie, tears were rolling down our eyes because there were so many questions. When was the last time you had sex? And my mother's like, I don't want to know. Let's see, when did my father die? But anyway. Oh, now I'm on to what are my opinion of these brands.
Condoms?
Yeah.
What are your opinions of those brands?
I don't know. I have
Do you
no
have an opinion?
No. The only one I really truly have in my brain is Trojan.
And,
That's supposed to be, that's just.
ribbed for her pleasure, yes.
Yeah, ribbed for her pleasure. But,
We never defined how long Jane's hair is, did we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it to a point here, I think. Oh well.
I'm almost afraid of what the survey's going to ask next. And then there was silence.
Uh-huh. Just drawing the dog.
Drawing the dog. The dog.
And this strip, it was originally a rat. But we had to get something that was a little bit more commercial.
So what do you want for your birthday?
Power of attorney.
No.
I don't need anything. Anything that I needed, I would get myself. I'm pretty, difficult to purchase for. I'll always take consumables like, well, tobacco or non-alcoholic beers.
That's true. That's true.
So, anyone wants to buy the cartoonist a gift, tobacco and non-alcoholic beer. You can always use that. So yeah, I want tobacco and non-alcoholic beer.
All right.
Something from a microbrew that's really hoppy.
Hoppy, you say?
Hoppy, yes. Like Cassidy, Hop Along Cassidy.
So if you had to choose right now what your favorite non-alcoholic beer is, what would it be?
Well, I'd have to stick with the Guinness because
Yeah.
it's just a really dark,
Superior.
happy stout. But just any microbrew is generally a good call. There's no national brand non-alcoholic beer that's really any good.
Really?
Athletic Brewing Company puts out like a really great product. They're considered a microbrew. All the major brands. I don't know how Anheuser-Busch ever stayed in business to begin with, and I'm kind of happy now that they seem to be losing the market share that they deserve to lose.
It was an easy beer to just sort of hang out and drink. Do you know what I mean? Like it was.
Well,
I'm assuming. I don't like beer. Never have.
Well, everyone I knew who drank Anheuser-Busch drank it not because they were drinking beer, they were drinking an alcoholic beverage that's slightly carbonated. They weren't necessarily beer drinkers, they just wanted to get drunk.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, but I think even more to the effect that it was, yes, they want to get drunk, but like, it was an easier drunk too, because you can just sort of drink a bunch and, you know, hang out with people while you're doing it, as opposed to getting like, I don't know, super wasted or crazy off of something else or something. But anyway. Anyway, I really have never liked beer. I mean, I used to do those tasting beers with you when we went places, and those weren't bad. But I mean, I never really drank the whole thing. Even a taster, I never really drank. So. I always like my girly liquor. Like tequila. No, I'm just kidding.
So the joke in this one is that they were having this romantic moment and now she's walking away. The romantic moment ruined by the dog.
Phydeaux ruining a romantic moment? Never.
It happens.
Hey, I haven't had to change the subject into the weather at all yet.
Yeah, because I'm drawing naughty things rather than talking about them.
Oh. I usually don't stop you with naughty. I usually stop you on political shit. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Political stuff.
I do believe that's our first swear of the evening.
Who are you talking about?
And the chief colorist was the first to swear, and not me.
I don't know. I feel like you must have sworn. We're just used to you swearing, so.
And as long as it's not the first 5 minutes, we're okay.
Well, I told you I was watching Bailey Sarian. Bailey Sarian. She apparently does not give a crap about the 5 minutes or whatever, because I think she said the F word 5 times, I think, in the first, 3 minutes.
The chief colorist has a female crush on Bailey.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't own it. She's cute. She's rough around the edges. But she's cute.
She looks like a couple of miles of heavily traveled road.
No, that's not very nice, Mr. Person.
She puts on makeup as she goes through her whole YouTube thing, and she really needs that makeup.
Oh, stop it.
It's really funny because I saw well, you showed me some early Baileys when she was younger. You know, she's
younger, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's rapidly aging.
Oh, poor Bailey.
Women are like that. They age. Women have expiration dates. Where us men we just get better. We're like fine wines.
She's like 31.
Men are like fine wines. We just get better with age. What can I say?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, sure. Sure.
Huh. I think it's called The Wall. Women hit it.
You calm down
with,
now. You've
with,
said enough.
with increasing speed and devastation.
You've said enough. You can stop now.
Oh, are we going to talk about the weather yet? Yeah, I mean, that's how I know when I've said too much.
Well, no, the weather is usually reserved for when I think you're offending, people, not just a person.
So I got away with the whole bit about the Chinese woman on the back of the quarter.
You didn't really say Chinese. You just kind of talked about her.
Why there's a Chinese actress in the back of American Quarter, I'll never know.
I know, but you didn't say anything really like, anyway, whatever. Now we're gonna have to go to the weather. Which is, by the way, crappy.
I can see it on a postage stamp or stuff like that, but this is American currency.
She was an American actress. She wasn't acting in China.
I don't care. We don't put actors and actresses on our currency unless they were presidents. And Reagan still is not in on any currency. You put an actor on currency, well, put Reagan on.
We're putting a lot of crap on currency now, okay?
What the hell are they thinking?
Well, they're trying to liven it up. You know, what do you want, a quarter with just an eagle on it? Come on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yes.
There's the fun in
Yes,
that.
I do just want an eagle, or maybe a picture of the Statue of Liberty, or maybe a picture of a building in Washington, whether it be the Lincoln Memorial, or the Treasury Building, or the
where
White
is-
House, or Congress.
Where's the fun in that when you can collect all 50 states?
Well, what are we doing? Collecting all 50 Chinese actresses? What the hell are they thinking?
All right, calm down. This is not an egregious sin.
It is. I don't know why people are not up at arms about what they've done to the quarter.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah, no one cares. I guess not. No one
They-
gives a fuck.
They cycled on to other state things that they care about. And it's actually like a whole bunch thinner. That's what threw me off.
Yeah, I don't know how it works on the machines.
I don't know if I could recognize like a quarter by feeling it anymore.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound right.
well, yeah, I know. You used to know quarter by feel. And it's going to get worse with American currency because apparently they're taking, is it Jefferson off the money, and they're putting a female of color on it.
They've been talking about doing that forever. I don't think that's really going to happen.
Well, they just put an Asian woman on the back of the quarter
Will you calm down about that?
who was never elected to any office. I'm sorry, we have a certain set of standards. The reason why people are on the back or are on currency are because they've done something spectacular to help America out. What did this silent movie actress do to improve America?
She brought herself over and entertained us.
Well, she couldn't have done that great a job because I never heard of her.
Well,
How about Charlie Chaplin? Put him on the coin if you're going to put someone on a fucking coin for being an actor.
all right. Anyway, tomorrow's supposed to rain just as much as today. So that should be fun.
The world's gone mad, people. It's mad. It's a madhouse. Look what they've done to our quarters. Wait till you see what they're going to do to our dollars.
Calm down.
You say elections don't mean anything? That's what happens when you
When you let the wrong person.
when you have to
get
let the
in
wrong
order.
people. They
Yeah,
screw up
yeah.
your currency. I can't wait until the British pound has Hugh Grant on it. No, actually, no. This would be more like putting Harrison Ford on the British pound.
No, because he's not a British actor. It would be like putting Jeremy Clarkson.
What? This woman is a American actress?
Yes. Yes, she acted in America. Thereby being an American actress.
Alright. Finished penciling. Done on that one. Oh, there's my Disney. See, I usually put a piece of paper down so that I don't smear the ink. But the ink is dry, so I don't need that. Let's move the Disney dumpster fire off to the side.
So, you've gotten into everything yet? Because you've been drawing women and talking about Politics.
I just have not heard from anyone anywhere on the internet, anywhere, saying anything about the quarter.
I said no one cares, honey. Is it a new issue? Is it 2023 or
2020,
around?
2022.
2022. Okay.
Yep, it's the 2022 quarter. And there are millions, if not billions of them out there. There is nothing anyone can do about it. We're stuck with it. This is a mark on the country forever.
Oh my God! Now you're sounding a little crazy. Calm down.
Forever, people.
Calm down. My guess is people just don't use that much currency anymore, so it's not like as prevalent as it once was. You don't always have a quarter around, or
I only have them because of parking meters.
right. I know, but like I said, there's not.
The-
my mother has
and
it because her stupid
the-
laundry still
yeah,
takes
right.
them.
The very few parking meters that still take quarters. Now they want to take your debit card so that they can charge
Right,
you.
that's what I
They can
was
charge
saying.
you more.
That's what I was saying. I'm surprised there's any that still take the currency, take quarters.
Oh, I remember the good old days where we would put them inside video game machines and do all sorts of wonderful things with quarters. Quarter used to be my favorite bit of currency.
When the horse and buggy used to drop you off at the penny arcade,
Well, I had to walk to school uphill
both ways.
both ways. I once killed a bear with my loose leaf binder. Delivered the Boston Globe at 4 or 5 in the morning.
That is so strange.
At the tender age of like 7 or 8 years old.
That's so weird since we live in the Midwest.
Well, the Globe was very popular out in the out
Out in the
here,
Midwest,
out here
yeah.
in the Midwest.
Yeah.
In case the audience can't figure out what we're doing here, we're trying not to dox ourselves. I mean, no one would ever think that we are in Boston.
Well,
wait
we
a minute.
haven't given them that idea.
No one would ever think that we're in Boston.
It's not Boston. It's Boston. Boston.
Boston. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. So we're drawing Phydeaux here.
No, don't do that. There's nothing worse than a true Bostonian doing a
Doing a
accent.
Bostonian accent.
Yeah.
My father had a really pronounced, almost Kennedy-like Boston accent. He was really. I've modulated mine a little bit because of that's what happens that's what happens in college.
Yeah. College tries to beat it out of you.
They
especially-
try to beat it out of you socially.
Yeah, especially when you're a journalism major like I
Right.
was. Like, well, you gotta have a generic accent for broadcast and all that kind of thing.
Good evening, Mr. and Mr. America, and all the ships at sea. Flash. We should preserve the mid-Atlantic accent. It was a staple of broadcasting at one time. All right. How are we on time? We're an hour, 23 minutes. I'd say we're just about done here. Where is my fire?
Fire, fire,
Stand closer to the fire.
fire, 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 fire.
Well, have we forgotten anything?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if we've really done any real bingo. I mean, we talked about Disney, but I mean. Well, the bingo cards are blank tonight.
I guess it's not our best broadcast. I haven't done any inking.
Well, you don't have any inkling to do you?
I could ink this shit now.
Oh, you could?
We haven't fixed any movie posters.
I've answered a bunch of questions about condoms.
So, The Flash is out.
Yes, it is. Well,
And as Alan Eng said, it's better than She-Hulk. I'm not going to see it in theaters. But,
no.
but I might catch it if it ever comes on a streaming service that's not Disney. It's likely to. It's likely to come on Paramount or maybe HBO Max.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because it's a Sony product.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So it might
Okay.
actually be
I think it's a Sony product, right?
No, that's only Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's Sony. Okay, so what is
It's
the
Disney,
DC
I
universe?
think.
No,
DC.
DC.
No. It's I don't know, but yeah, it might show up on something we have.
Yeah, definitely not Disney.
No.
But from what I heard of it, it looks as if it's going to make me really nostalgic for the Snyder universe.
That's going some.
Right.
Round about this time of the broadcast.
At least it doesn't have Awkwafina in it.
You never know. Are they still doing reshoots?
They're still doing reshoots on The Flash. I hear Kathleen Kennedy is still doing reshoots on Indiana Jones 5. Let's get Harrison in just for one more day.
For God's sakes, don't put him on a plane. We'll cut him out. We can't
Well,
risk
she's
it.
really
We can't
upset.
risk it.
Well, she's really upset because she didn't get to kill him in this film.
But he was still a deadbeat dad, so, she got that.
Well, no. Mutt died in Vietnam. He was a divorced dad.
Yeah, but he was a deadbeat dad before. Well,
Yeah, whatever. All right, we're gonna close this up. Thank you for joining us for this fantastic broadcast. Phydeaux the comic strip. See you next week.